Thanks for returning. I'm going to get right to it. You know by this time that I was having dreams and visions that were guiding me to this specific area in Mexico. My husband and I booked a flight and we took off 9 days from our 2 businesses in Texas and flew down to Cancun, rented a car, and went directly to Tulum and spent the night. We actually reserved a place there for 3 nights. We stayed 2 nights. The first night we couldn't sleep, and we were up all night long. We were just, I especially was just in so much anticipation that I knew that magic was going to happen. So we woke up with the sun and got dressed, and this voice said to me, "Go south." And so I said to my husband, it was our only free day that we didn't have appointments to look at real estate, to look at places down there and in different areas of this region. And I said to my husband, you know, I'm getting this message to go south. He said, well, we better do it today because this is the only free day we have. It was the day after we arrived. So we got in the car and we started driving south. And we had a map, and we were going south of Tulum. There's not much of anything until you get to Chetumal, which is way south on the bay. But there's all these little towns that you go through. And I said to him, I think we need to go here. And it was this area between Mahawal and Xcalac. And we were headed for Xcalac. That is the southernmost town in the country of Mexico. And this voice kept saying, even on the trip, go south, go south. So I'm telling my husband, I think we still need to drive south. So we drove all the way down south. We got to Mahawal and decided to take the beach road to Xcalac, which is about a good 30 kilometers on real bad beach road. We arrived in Xcalac probably about 6 o'clock in the evening. As we were traveling down the beach road into Xcalac, we passed this really pretty hotel on the left. And I start screaming, oh my God, stop the car, stop the car, stop the car. And my husband said, what's going on? And I said, my God, this is our place. And he said, what? And I said, this is it. This is our place. And he said, is it for sale? And I said, well, I have no idea if it's for sale, but this is our place. So I said, pull in here. So, you know, we're laughing, he's going, oh my God, here we go. So we drive in the parking lot, and I said, honey, this is it. This is our place. And he said, is it for sale? I said, I don't know, but I know that this is our place, and I know that we'll have this. So we got out of the car, and we're just like this with each other, because my husband's saying, now you can't tell him that you're like, hey, we're here because of your dreams and your visions. My God, they'll think we're nuts. And I said, I know. I'll handle this. So we were greeted by the manager. His name was Luke. And we asked him if they had a room for the night, and they said they had 1 room left. So we took it for 1 night only. So we took it. So we got the room, and they had this real cute little restaurant on the property. So we decided to have our dinner there. So we sat down, and as we're sitting there having dinner, I asked my husband, I said, you know, I'm going to ask to see the owner. So I asked our server, this boy who checked us in, I said, is the owner here? And he said, yeah, he's over here behind the bar. And I said, could you ask him to come over to the table when he has a chance? They were real busy. So he came over to the table, and I just said, we love your place. We have lodging properties in Texas. We're here looking for a place in Mexico, and we love your property. And I know it's really not really appropriate to not give you a heads up or even tell you beforehand that we're interested, but we are kind of spontaneous kind of people. I just kind of passed it off to that. And is your place for sale by any chance? And he took about 1 or 2 steps backward and crossed his arms, and he went, yeah. So I thought, well, this is good. So I said, would you visit with us a little bit about this property? So we did. we spent some time talking about the property. I asked some very basic innkeeping 101 questions. You know, how much do you make? How much do you spend? What's your insurance? And what are your taxes, basically? We just had a really good talk with the owner. He was a little apprehensive, but it was still a good talk. The next morning, his father was very gracious, and he showed us all around the property. And right before we were ready to check out of our room, and really announced to him how interested we were in this property. I mean, interested enough to make an offer. He announced to us that they had already committed to selling it to somebody else. So we left. And I turned to my husband and I said, he's mistaken. He may not know it, but this place is ours. It's already a done deal. And my husband said, well, honey, maybe you were wrong this time. And I said, David, I am never wrong. When I feel like this, when I get it this strong, I'm never wrong. It's already done. That's the thing. It's already done. It's already happened. He just doesn't know it yet. So we went to this other little town called Punta Allen. We looked at some properties there. We looked at some properties in Tulum and south of Tulum. And nothing, I mean, they were the wrong places. This place in Ishkalak was our place. So we ended up actually making an offer on another piece of property because I caved in and believed my husband when he said, you probably just got it wrong, honey. We made an offer on this place in Punta Allen. And 2 years later, we find out that the owner never even received our offer from these real estate guys. They just blew us off. They just dropped off the face of the earth after we made this offer. Most incredible thing that's ever happened to me. So 4 days after we made this offer and never heard back from anybody, I called the owner back from the place in Ishkalak, the property that I knew was ours. And I said to the owner, this is Kim. And before I could even say, would you reconsider, he said, we've already decided we want you and your husband to have this place. So I'll continue the story with the next taping. Thanks for watching.